Hi, today we've got CC, the flat earther who speaks nothing but bullcrap.
I smell it all the time in front of me.
Yeah.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County.
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you too, wherever you may be. Mr. Sensible here, somewhere in the middle of England land. Now, it was one of my subscribers who suggested I looked at CC, so Chris, I hope you've got something good for us. We're looking forward to what you're going to say. How about I start you off, Chris? Why don't you tell us about ball earthers?
When a ball earther comes up to me and starts preaching and regurgitating nonsense that they've learned in school, which is complete nonsense, basically all of it's a lie, all the way down to history, to science, it's all bullshit, all of it.
Really, Chris? So you wasted your time graduating from kindergarten then?
Nice. And also preaching all of the mandates that we've had for the last 2 years.
Oh yes, Chris, we know that you're a bit of a denier. We know that you're always going on about face nappies.
That's all it is. But, that's a different video on a different platform.
Yeah, good idea. Before you get your channel taken down.
So, the ball earthers preach all this nonsense to us when they can't even tell us what they actually live on.
A ball?
For example, how a simple one, you should have learned this in second grade, maybe third grade. How fast does the earth spin? They don't know that.
Perhaps 1 revolution per day? Now that's just a wild stab in the dark, which if you carry on with this stupidity is something you're likely to receive.
And if they don't know, school them and let them know that it's 1,000 miles per hour.
Well, Chris, with your declaration on the value of school, I don't think that you are one to be talking about schooling people. And by the way, it doesn't revolve at 1,000 miles per hour. It has an approximate tangential velocity of 1,000 miles an hour at the equator.
Okay, and just for example, how fast does light speed travel? And they don't know that.
Don't we? Well, I would guess it's about the speed of dumb.
It travels at 186,000 miles per second, and it's a double question, and how fast does it go around the so-called planet that everybody thinks they live on? 7.5 times.
Fascinating.
Okay, so now look at the stars and tell me, how do you see a light that's trillions of miles away, or even millions of miles away, or even thousands of light years away?
Fantastic question, Chris. And with much research, I've discovered that what you actually do is you wander outside at night time when it's dark, tilt your head back, and open your eyes.
They can't explain it, because when you take a flashlight and you go 3 blocks away, the light disappears. You can't see light at that level. It's impossible.
Well, Chris, have you not considered the possibility that a star may be fractionally brighter than a torch?
How fast does sound travel? That's an easy one. Everybody should know that. 1,100 feet per second.
Fascinating.
Just all these questions, and none of them have any answers.
But Chris, you just gave us the answers.
How far away is the sun from us? 93 million miles. How far away is the moon from us? 286,000 miles.
Did you know any of that stuff?
Oh, I don't know anything about that, mate. But I do like fluffy kittens.
And shade. None of them even know. The diameter of the Earth. The freaking diameter of the moon. Why does the shadow project a shadow on the eclipse that's only 70 miles in diameter. That doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't sharpen the image.
Chris, the shadow cast by the moon is a cone. Since you're out and about, why don't you pop into a hardware store and see if they have any Ds? You're going to need 3 of them.
When the sun goes behind the clouds and creates this nice little ray of light and sunshine, how do you explain that? That's a local sun. That's the only way that could be done is through a projection. That's not done from something that's 93 million miles away. It should saturate the entire sky.
Fantastic. Look at the rays of light from the sun in your own video. If we use flat earth science, we can trace the path of the rays back and identify the exact location of the sun, which is approximately 4 feet above the roof of your car. You better keep the sunroof closed or you're going to burn your hair. Debunked by your own car. Sweet!
I mean, these are all just basic questions, you know, and none of them can answer.
Fascinating.
And none of them can answer any of them except just come after us with bullshit. That's just total nonsense.
Well, I guess you could say that, Chris, or you could say it's facts, theories, and general education.
You know, that we learned years ago was bullshit. Because we had to go back to school and learn and relearn everything that we learned back when we were actually in school.
Learn the relearned learnings that we learned when we learned... What?
If that makes any sense to you.
No, Chris, it doesn't make any sense to me.
You know, that's the only way to describe it. And that's the only way to get through to these thick-headed people who just won't give up.
Never give up, never surrender.
You know, they just won't. They can't let go of that spinning wet ball. You know, and it's quite humorous. I let go of that a long time ago because I realized what we live on is stationary and it's covered with a dome and there is no space. There's nothing out there.
Look, Chris, I don't wish to appear churlish, but one does feel a churl coming on. If there's nothing out there, isn't that the very definition of space?
There are no stars. Those are lights in the sky. An amazing light show. That's all that is. The sun is local, the moon is local. They're the same size.
No.
The sun might even be male and the moon might be female.
Red alert, red alert, red alert.
The sun might even be male and the moon might be female.
Right, stop that. Silly.
Quite right, Colonel. Now is a good time for a quick message from God.
Don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't, hit subscribe. Oh, and sharing it with your friends would be a good idea. If you don't, I shall smite you down for your naughtiness.
That's the ultimate right there, too, for the science to answer those questions. How they date and carbon copy everything, which is total nonsense.
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
How they date and carbon copy everything, which is total nonsense.
Chris, that has to be about the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody say. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Yeah, quite right too.
I'm not sure how I'm going to present the next videos. I'm still kind of working on that.
Well, may I suggest one of the tried and trusted formulas, Chris? Either in your car or in your kitchen.
Come on, man. I guess I'm going to have to go out and get some more pamphlets and some more cards and shit like that. And, yeah, maybe just hit the streets again and start talking to people. See what their reaction is to Flat Earth. I thank you for your viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.
Oh, well, I guess thanks. Big Chris?
It's been emotional.
Well, I hope you enjoy this daily dose of stupidity. Until next time, stay sensible.
Shut up
and sit down.